I'm James. I head up the tech scale-up division at Terem. We help people build and launch digital products. So everything from small startups to scale-ups. My background, been in launching digital product for about 15 years. I have taught at General Assembly. I've launched something like a dozen different startups. As the head of product at a tech spin-out at a LJ Hooker, grew that from 0 to 8 million in revenue over 2 years. My background and passion is building and launching digital product.
What's the one piece of career advice you wish someone had given you when you were starting out?
It's a bit contrarian, but not all lessons are worth learning. I do think my parents actually tried to teach me this when I was quite a bit younger. They told me you can do anything, but you can't do everything. And I didn't know what that meant, but it's actually about targeted learning. It's figuring out what learning is needed.
Right.
Good examples like, you want to do product management. Well, is the way to do product management to understand how to do engineering really well? No, obviously not. That's a trap. That way of thinking is a trap. Understand the interfaces is a way better use of time. So generally, not all lessons are worth learning. Is about have some thought behind what it is that you want to learn. Yeah, maybe let interest guide you. But if you're learning something and you don't have a clear plan about like what the return is on that plan, or there's no interest, perhaps question whether you should be learning it.
Can you share a pivotal moment in your career journey that made a significant impact?
This is going to be another contrarian one. Do meet your heroes. This comes from like my engineering days. So a long time ago, I think I was like 22. And back then, and even now, I think people still think Silicon Valley is full of these like unattainably intelligent people, these problems that are different and unique from the rest of the world. So I was lucky enough to go over there when I was 22. And I tell you, it demystified that. And I mean that in the best way. Like I sat in a coffee shop and I listened to programmers talk about the same, ISO timestamps problems that we all face. And it really humanized them. So those people that you hold up as shining examples, they're human. The skill sets they have are learnable. Do meet them. The people on the global stage are incredible, but we have them in Australia too. And we're lucky enough to work with them.
How do you approach challenges and setbacks in your professional life, and what's your go-to strategy for overcoming them?
There is no silver bullet here, and approaching a challenge and a setback is going to be different all the time. There is, however, I think a first step, which is always useful, and it's become a scientist. Not abandon your career path and go learn physics, but think like a scientist.
Right.
There's a physicist called Enrico Fermi that talks about experimentation, and he says that there's only two possible outcomes from an experiment. The result either confirms the hypothesis, in which case you've made a measurement. If the result is contrary to the hypothesis, then you've made a discovery. And if you think about when you do things at work, those are almost like mini experiments. And anytime you get a result, that is data. It is important to note that you don't learn anything from well-executed successes. They're just measurements that confirm your existing theory, but they don't necessarily prove it beyond all reasonable doubt. It's only in failure that you find lessons. And it's only in like really well-executed failure, to be honest, that you find lessons. So I know people talk about trying to celebrate failure as a learning opportunity. Yes, that is very hard. At least try and find the learning opportunity, and then you can at least decide if that's a learning opportunity worth pursuing.
What's one thing you believe that most of the industry doesn't believe?
Well, I am a contrarian, so this is very good. Look, and I don't know how contrary to popular belief this is, but low-code, no-code solutions are an aberration. It exists in this small window of time where AI and generative AI is not good enough to fill the need between like a true engineer and like a human writing code by talking to a Gen AI platform. It really is not going to last long. I give it. My prediction is 5 years from now, there will be no such thing as low code, no code. It will be us interacting, or a product manager, or even a PO interacting with a Gen AI coder.